Good morning, everybody. It's Jo here from the York Buddhist Centre. We're going to be doing a mindfulness of breathing this morning. So I'm just waiting for people to gather for 5 minutes. So if you're watching this on YouTube or Facebook, you might want to jump forward 5 minutes to when we start. But it's good to see you, however you're watching, and whatever time of day it is. I hope you're going to have a good meditation. So yeah, I'll just wait for people to gather. Got a new Buddha with me this morning. This is my Amitabha from my back garden. I swapped my Buddhas round because I've always found this one really, really peaceful, and the other one just looks absolutely brilliant outside. He just looks like he was meant to be outside, which actually both of them are meant to be outside. But because of trying to get him in the picture, I need quite a tall Buddha, so I ended up with a garden type Buddha. So to welcome Amitabha to the meditation today, and he's emanating and keeping me calm. So just in case you noticed a change in the Buddhas. We've got an absolutely fantastic day here in York. It's just beautiful. We had a lovely bank holiday yesterday, and it looks like it's going to be another lovely day today. So I'm really pleased that Shakyapada asked me to fill in for her this morning. She's been doing extra duty on Monday as Kate's away. So it's really nice to be here with you an extra day a week for this week and next week, so Tuesday and Friday. So if you can come along and boost my numbers, that would be fantastic. And stay sane in the bargain. Give people a couple of minutes to wake up, and it must be pretty hard actually waking up after the long bank holiday for some people. Maybe they got out their routine a little bit. Well, I hope they did anyway. Oh, good morning, Sarah. It's really nice to have you here. I heard from Shakyapada that I might not be able to see some of the comments that are coming up, but I can see Sarah's. That's nice. Look like you've been enjoying the weather, Sarah, with those emojis. It does really make a difference, doesn't it, to how we feel. Oh, good to have you here. Thanks so much for joining us. I got quite burnt to a crisp yesterday. My dad did a barbecue in the garden, and while we were waiting for the meat to, well, he was having meat, I wasn't having meat to be honest, but while we were waiting for the food to cook, it was really, really very hot. Even though I had factor 30 on or something, I still got a bit crisped. But even that felt good. We'll just wait one more minute for people to gather. So, oh, good morning, Stuart. Thanks for bringing your good vibes along. And it is just, I don't know, I hope it's nice where you are, but we just have the most lovely morning. The birds are just singing their heads off since about 5 o'clock. They really like a bit of sun, don't they, the birds? Sunbathing in the trees there. And okay, let's. Oh, hello, Helen. Good to have you here. And it's 7 o'clock, so we'll get started this morning. I hope you're somewhere comfortable, whether that's in your bed or on a stool or a cushion or maybe a chair. But just remember that one of the aims of meditation is to be really, truly relaxed and alert. So just whatever you need to do to get into that place, just do that for yourself. I've just got a little short introduction. I'm going to do the mindfulness of breathing this morning. I think I actually put the wrong details on the YouTube title, so sorry about that. I was in one of my habits last night and just put the loving kindness meditation up, but we are doing the mindfulness of breathing this morning. And I've got a poem by our teacher Shakyapada, who is the main teacher of the Triratna Buddhist movement, and as well as being a very kind of learned and wise man, he was also a fantastic poet. So I'm going to read out one of his poems, which is called The Lotus of Compassion, this morning, just to lead us into the meditation. But the reason I chose it was it really relates to something I noticed in terms of society reopening in the UK. On Sunday I went into Leeds with my sister and we did some shopping, which we hadn't had the chance to go into the big shops for a while, and there was a few things that I've been wanting for a few months, so it was lovely to get them. And it was lovely to see her, and we had some really fantastic young shop assistants help us find just the right thing that we wanted. I really did notice that, how pleasant and helpful and genuine these young people were, maybe only in the very early 20s, maybe late teens. That was lovely. But when I came back from Leeds, I felt really quite a bit kind of hollow, and as if it wasn't good for me. I just kind of had a funny feeling in my body that it wasn't. There was good things about the trip, but it hadn't been very kind of wholesome for me. And really noticing that difference between just, I guess, being in a lockdown condition where you've only got certain things that you can do, so life becomes quite simple and routine and regimented. And of course there's a downside to that, because it feels quite dull and unrefreshing. But yeah, I felt a sense of being among those crowds of people, really built up area, lots going on, almost too much going on. It was like overload. Quite a few people there, I could tell, were suffering in one way or another. People that were quite drunk, looked like they were kind of enjoying themselves in a kind of drunk way, but I don't know, you could sense there was some suffering underneath that. Homeless people, just noticing, having not been in a big city for a long time, and I'm sure it's not just Leeds. I'm sure most towns and cities were maybe like that over the weekend. So just noticing my own reaction when I came back from Leeds, just feeling a little bit, well, tired, but also a bit unfulfilled. And in this poem that I was going to read out this morning, it's all about leaving the busyness of society and rowing out to the middle of this lake where the Lotus of Compassion blooms. And one of the lines is, let me just find the right one. It says, That lotus blooms tonight. Oh, leave the crowded shore where men buy and sell. Shake off the soft detaining fingers of your friends, and in a little boat, at midnight when the moon is full and glitters at you from the water, row swiftly to the quiet heart of the lake where the lotus blooms. And that's a bit how I felt yesterday. I felt like I just quickly wanted to get back to, I guess, basic Buddhism of stillness, simplicity, contentment, and being quiet. And that felt as if that's what I needed. It was something wholesome that I needed. So that's why I picked this this poem for this morning. So I don't know if that chimes with any of your experiences as you get back to society. I mean, there's so many lovely things about being together. I think I just found the busyness and the row of the city a bit overwhelming, really. Not able to process it, maybe after months in lockdown. And I kind of didn't want to process it, really. I was quite happy to come away on the train and leave it behind me, even though I had some very useful purchases in my bag, which I couldn't have made. I wouldn't have liked to make on the internet. So let's begin our meditation. So if we just do a bit of arriving, and then I'll read out the poem, and then we'll go into the mindfulness of breathing. So just relaxing and settling in your meditation posture, whatever it is. Just tuning in to how are you this morning? How does your body feel? How does your mind feel? And just using the breath to just relax and let go of any tension. You can have your hands resting on your knees or by your side if you're lying down. But wherever you put your hands, just making them soft and relaxed. And if you want, you can close your eyes. Or if you're feeling a bit sleepy, it might be a good idea to keep them open and just fix on a point in front of you, maybe lowered a little bit. Just focus your attention on one point. I'm going to read a poem called The Lotus of Compassion by Shakyapada. The lotus blooms tonight, the great golden lotus of the Lord's compassion, with white roots deep in the slime of this sad world, and huge green leaves spread on the surface of the waters of the lake of tears, and surrounded by myriads of silver lotus buds, like white hands folded in prayer for succour from the miseries of the world. that lotus blooms tonight. Oh, leave the crowded shore where men buy and sell. Shake off the soft detaining fingers of your friends, and in a little boat at midnight, when the moon is full and glitters at you from the water, row swiftly to the quiet heart of the lake where the lotus blooms, the great golden lotus of the Lord's compassion, and you will feel the sweetness ineffable of its heart fragrance coming on a breeze which ripples the face of the silent waters to meet you beneath the stars. So just resting your attention on your natural breathing. Feeling how the breath inflates and then deflates all the different bits of your body. And just noticing how each breath is just slightly different. Some breaths are smooth and silky, graded. And some are a bit rougher, a bit jerky. Each one's slightly different from the last. And just scanning through your whole body, just recognizing areas of tension and using the breath just to let them go a little bit more. In the mindfulness of breathing, stage 1, we're going to particularly notice and pay attention to our out breath. Not paying that much attention to the in breath, but really following the out breath from the beginning right to the end. And if it helps, you can place a number at the end of the out breath, moving up from 1 to 10, and then back to 1 again. And when your attention wanders, which it will, just returning to 1 again and just starting again. For those of you who don't like the counting, it might help to imagine a small stone being thrown into a still pond at the end of each out-breath, just to mark it. Just coming back to the breath. Just noticing that out-breath. The out-breath is just a naturally relaxing breath. As we breathe out, it can feel as though tension is just leaving the body, maybe falling down through the floor, leaving us still and relaxed. Just allowing yourself to relax, held by gravity. Just watching the out-breath. Just bringing your attention back if it wanders. That's really good when you can catch your attention wandering, catch your mind wandering off, and just bring it back to your breath. Realised your mind has taken you somewhere else, and you can bring it back to now. In the second stage of the mindfulness of breathing, we're going to really focus on the in-breath and pay attention to that. Just noticing each in-breath. and following it from beginning all the way to the end. And again, if it helps, you can place a number just before each in-breath, starting at 1, moving up to 10. Or you can mark it just with imagining a little stone going into a pond at the beginning of each in-breath. Breathing in the compassion of the universe. Our in-breath can bring energy and vitality to our body, feeding all our cells with oxygen. It's a really nourishing breath. Just noticing the in-breath. Just bringing patience and compassion when your mind wanders. Just gently bringing your attention back to the in-breath. And in the third stage of the mindfulness of breathing, we're just going to drop any counting and instead just follow the natural flow of your breathing in and out. Just feeling how it gently moves and massages the body. As we breathe in, diaphragm flattens down. And as we breathe out, diaphragm relaxes, comes back up to our rib cage. allowing the breath to be saturated with kindness and compassion. And maybe if it helps, bringing your attention deep into the abdomen, below the belly button, and in the centre of that bit of the body, there's an area called the hara. Deep into the belly. Just being open to sensing the hara when you breathe in and out. Just being open to any pleasurable feelings that you might experience in your hara area. This is a very calming area of the body. Just letting go of any holding or tensing in your body. Just letting it go with the out breath. Imagining your breath full of kindness. Saturating your whole body with compassion and friendliness. If you're finding it difficult to locate your hara or to feel sensations there, that's fine. Maybe instead just noticing the breath as it expands the sides of your body, the front of your body, the back of your body. That can be a very relaxing area to focus on as well. Noticing the lungs in the back of the body. As they inflate and deflate. And in the last stage of the mindfulness of breathing, we're going to focus our attention on the sensation where the air enters our body, typically the nostrils, the upper lip, or the back of the throat. Just wherever feels right for you. And just bring your attention to that area. Just noticing. Just returning to that area where the breath enters the body. Whenever you feel that your mind has wandered off a little bit, just gently bringing the attention back. What does that area feel like? Does the breath feel cool as it passes over this bit of the body? Does it feel silky and comfortable? Does it feel a bit sharp? Just being curious. Just staying with that sensation as continuously as you can. Just noticing. And just broadening your awareness now to the whole of your body. And just for a couple of minutes, just sitting with the fruits of the practice. Maybe feeling your heart open a little bit as a result of the meditation. Just being open to that. Just allowing your breath to be saturated with kindliness and gentleness. Just nourishing your body and settling your mind. Oh, I hope you enjoyed that meditation this morning. Yeah, I found that really relaxing. I hope you did, and I hope it helps you start the day in a lovely, calm, centered place, because I think we really need that at the moment. And yeah, Shakyapada will be back tomorrow and on Thursday, and then I shall see you again on Friday, hopefully. So have a lovely week, a lovely shortened week for some of us. And yeah, I shall see you again on Friday. Have a good day. Bye now. Bye now.